Hey everyone, we're here with Nick Mueller, middleweight NPC competitor, client of mine. I've been working with him now for, what, 12, 15 weeks? About 15 weeks. Nick just came off of an overall victory at the Washington Ironman Natural about a week ago or 2 weeks ago? 1 week ago. Now that he won his overall at the Ironman, we're going to put him into the 7 Feathers, which is 1 week away. And basically, it's a little bit different playing field now going to the 7 Feathers. The Washington Ironman was a natural show. This one's untested. My game plan for Nick is to bring him in even tighter, at a lighter body weight. He weighed in at, I believe, 176 at the Ironman?
174.
174. I told him weight doesn't matter, but you know, I would be actually very happy if he's 167, etc. I don't care if he's at the top of the middleweights. For what he needs to do at this type of show, he needs to bring in conditioning. So basically, we revamped his training. We revamped his cardio, so we upped his cardio. We're depleting him, and then I gave him his last cheat last night, just like two burgers from Red Robin. Yep, Red Robin. Okay, so now we're gonna deplete the burger, deplete all the glycogen that he stored from last night, and this crazy workout that we're gonna show you. And it's something that I've kind of coined CVT training. And so the premise of this is gonna be 10 sets of 15 to 20 reps, but it's a superset. You'll kind of see what we mean. It's not German volume training. German volume training is basically for strength training. The training that I created is going to be for hypertrophy and basically conditioning. Increased GLUT4 transporters in the muscle cells. We're doing the rep ranges of about, like I said, 12 to 15. So you're going to be creating glycogen synthase enzymes that are going to be through the roof, so you're going to be able to absorb carbs and any nutrients that you give your body basically post-workout. We aren't going to film all 10 sets because we don't want to bore you guys. Whenever we're going back to back, we're taking about a 30-second rest between sets. You aren't gonna be able to really go up in weight, so you wanna keep straight sets with your weight stagnant, because by the time you get to set 6, it's very hard to keep up to 15 reps. You'll probably drop to 12 reps, but you don't wanna go below 10 reps. So it'll take some time to find that perfect weight balance. We're done with our CVT 10 sets of 12 to 15 superset. As you can see, it's pretty taxing. Yeah. Now, honestly, most people can be done with their back workout just from that. It took us about 30 minutes, but it was back-to-back non-stop. I'm toast, Nick's toast. The burgers we ate last night were gone after set 5. But now, if you're a well-fed athlete in the off-season, you could do round 2 with, for example, straight arm press downs for lats with a low cable row, and do another 10 sets of 12 to 15. Since we're very tired, I worked back 2 days ago. Nick's 5 days out from the show. We're just gonna do 5 sets. with a straight arm. I start the first half of 20 reps. The first 10, I'm more upright. Then from 10 to 20, I bend over for a better stretch. It's almost like 2 exercises in one. So here we are wrapping up our back workout with our CVT training that we showed you. Pretty intense workout. We did barbell rows, supersetted with lat pull downs, 10 sets of 12 to 15, so that's 20 sets right there. And then our second half we did 5 sets of lat pulls with low cable pulleys. That's 10 sets. So that's a total of 30 sets for back within like 45 minutes. So it's a really, you're really efficient in a short amount of time. So it's a lot of workload in the least amount of time. It's a great way to work out, pre-contest or even off-season. So we're 5 days out, and basically a brief summation of what we're gonna do with Nick the final week. Nothing fancy, like I said earlier in the intro. We wanna bring him in even tighter. For the Washington Ironman where he won the overall, which was a week ago, I didn't do anything crazy or drastic. His water basically stayed high the whole time. Carbs stayed low the whole time, and he kind of dieted through the show. We lowered water a little bit the day of the show, added a little bit of carbs the day of the show, but nothing drastic, and it paid off really well. For this next one, we want to peak him perfectly, so I want him even drier and tighter. Therefore, we will do a little bit more manipulation. Basically have him carb depleted on 50 grams of carbs until Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday, I load him on just 200 grams. That's not a lot. 200 grams for 2 days in a row, that's 400 grams of carbs. It's a mild load, but it's still gonna put some glycogen in his body. It's gonna give him a little bit of a fuller look, but our main focus is dryness. So then after that, Friday we go back to depleting them, low 50 grams of carbs, water's 2 gallons, and then all we do at that point, sodium gets mildly altered Friday. So Nick's been using kernel seasonings, mustards, a lot of sodium. Now on Friday we aren't gonna cut it out completely, because that's kind of silly. We're just gonna go from the heavy seasonings to light sprinkles of sea salt. So even a mild reduction is a lot to your body. And then basically the day of the show, he goes from 2 gallons to 12 ounces between meals. So it's not completely void of water, but it's still some water to partition the carbs, the protein, everything that he eats throughout Saturday. So it's not a complete reduction or depletion. He'll be on the money. You know, a lot of guys make mistakes of doing really crazy, fancy hocus pocus manipulations the last couple days of the show. Nick's actually told me prior to this that he's been a victim of that with crazy carb loads, junk loads, and in the grand scheme of things, it sounds cool, but with my experience, the minimal amount of manipulation is the best result because all the homework's done. Nick trained his butt off. He's in the very best shape he's ever been in his life. He confirmed it with me. This is the most shredded you've ever been.
Yep, definitely.
Right?
Yep.
And he just won his first open overall.
Yep.
And we're not gonna pull any crazy stunts. Do I know how to do that? I could bloat him on burgers and stuff, and I could time things just right, but I don't wanna roll the dice. The good thing is that I'll be at this show, which is a huge plus because I can monitor him. Instead of seeing clients online, Facebook pictures, I can see them in the flesh. So I'll be right there to make any changes that need be. If I need to reintroduce some sodium to give him more of a pump, bring out some veins or whatever, I'm right there. So that's a good luxury for Nick. And we'll keep you posted. The show's next Saturday. And also another interesting thing about this show, it's ran at night. So the prejudging actually is at night with the finals. It's back to back. So instead of prejudging at 10, it's all around 5 p.m. So we get to kind of fill them out and monitor them throughout the course of Saturday. So Nick, throughout the course of this 15-week prep, has it been an easy prep, a hard prep? I mean, comparing to your last preparations, like what would you rate it? Has it been stress-free? Has there been a lot of outside stress? Or?
You know, it's been It's been a challenging prep, you know. It's cause I've worked harder this prep than I ever have, so I've just been really determined and driven, kind of coming off of my loss from Ironman. So, but it's been honestly the best prep I've ever had as far as you know, as far as the information that I've gotten from you, and as far as the plan being completely laid out and clear example of what I need to do. Like, I haven't had to think about it. Like, it's laid out to the point where I just look at it and I know what's up. I don't have to sit around and worry about, you know, am I supposed to be eating this, or can I do this? You know, it's all right there. And also, you've been there. You know, if I have a question, I hit you up and we get back to you super fast. So it's been really nice to have the guidance. It's made it really easy, you know. And as far as the working out part, before I had somebody training me before, but honestly, it's been you know, I've done really well, I think, as far as just working out, you know, driving myself through my workouts, and nutrition's been the biggest thing. You know, all the advice I've gotten from nutrition has been great.
Yeah. Good. What as far as your energy and like cardio, has it been the hardest cardio you've done, or the lowest energy
honestly
you've had?
Man, honestly, like it's the most intense cardio I've ever done, the cardio that you have me do. But honestly, before I was doing, for my other preps, I was doing 2 hours of cardio. Ouch. And that sucked.
So I was assuming you were doing the steady state, long duration.
Steady state, stair stepper, or I would do like half and half. I'd do like a treadmill, like kind of like a hit on the treadmill, like run a little bit, do a little bit of incline walking, run a little bit, do a little incline walking. Honestly though, like the cardio that I've learned from you has been the best, and it's got me the most conditioned I've been, and it's been the easiest. It's less time consuming. It's nice. Like, I don't have to go knowing I've got a 2-hour trudge ahead of me. You know, it's like I get in, I bust my 20 minutes hard.
It's funny because the cardio that we have Nick do, which is interval cardio, it's kind of like my training method that you just watched. I mean, it's get the most work done in the least amount of time. The aftermath of what it does to your metabolism and your ability to take in more nutrients and have a better metabolism is way better than. I never saw a real good point of being on a treadmill for 2 hours. You're kind of walking, you can carry a conversation, you aren't sweating that much. It seems like a waste of time to me. I'd rather just train twice a day with weights. So he's been doing interval cardio, I think, on the elliptical.
Yep, twice a day.
And the way I have him do it is I prefer the elliptical without the arms, just the lower portion where you can kind of rest and just basically pedal for 45 seconds fast, and then the last 15 seconds of every minute explode, just like a full sprint, and then repeat that for about 15, 20 minutes, whatever I have them do. So that's good.
I've been doing the arms.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's been hard.
You've been doing the arm. That's even harder because it works your lats. But
oh man.
that's good, man. I'm glad that you're in the best shape you've ever been, and the prep's been good.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good to see that you achieve your best conditioning. Definitely. And you feel confident in the plan. You know, being there to answer all your questions, I know that's imperative. You know, for anyone watching this,
totally.
If you're working with someone, if they ever say, you know, just do this, and there's no reason, just follow what I say. You should always be able to have an explanation of the reasons why you're doing something. So if there's ever some incidents where I don't know why, I'll never suggest it. 9 times out of 10, everything that I've had Nick do, I've done. You know, like even the topical fat burner that I'm very privy on, I use it.
I had a lot of questions about that one too. I was like, this topical fat burner, I don't know about that.
Right. And the reason I use that because there's an ingredient called capsaicin or capsicum pepper. It basically will absorb percutaneously through the skin. The fat cells, which are very stubborn on the lower back, glute area. The capsicum pepper, I have studies that prove that it will actually cause insulin resistance in the fat cells, which basically is almost like blockading the fat cells from nourishment, so you can eat more food and not have it prone to store in those areas, and you can release basically the fat from those areas. So there's just little things that I believe in that I have people do that I do myself. So
glutes are definitely more shredded than they ever.
The glutes are more shredded than they've ever been, is what he said. So that's a good thing. Yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing you in the next couple of days at the Seven Feathers, and we'll do a wrap up there. You know, win, lose, or draw. I told him even before he won the Ironman last week, I said, listen, man, if you don't win this, I'm proud of you because you never look like this. So don't feel pressure like you're letting me down, because I don't care about that. I care about the athlete being 100% their best. Whatever happens with the judging's opinion, that's nothing we can control. So again, let's try to do something else special this next week, and we'll keep you posted.